Welcome back to Switch South Africa. I'm Nicky Nash as always, and yet again I'm wearing a Liverpool t-shirt, wearing sunglasses because it's hot. But today we have the HAVAL H6 Hybrid HEV. That's what HAVAL calls it. So before we speak about the vehicle, you know what you're gonna do first. Speak about Change Cars. What is Change Cars? Change Cars online platform. You can buy, sell, inquire about a car. You can read people's blogs. You can watch people's videos. So my videos are on Change Cars. Alan Rosemeyer from Mathematics, his videos are also on Change Cars. And let me just take this moment to everybody, please comment down below. Let's wish Alan a speedy recovery. He's doing all good now. He got a stroke. So if you watch my videos, you must probably know Motor Matters. If you don't know, go search Motor Matters and write get well soon. And yeah, let's all wish him a get well soon. That's Alan Rosemeyer from Motor Matters, and yeah, he's up and alive and he's kicking. He did a health update. I like that about him. But let's speak about the HAVAL H6 Hybrid, and then I'm gonna show you the look of the car in front, the back, the light bar important at the back. Interior, it's exactly the same as the GT, so there's nothing much to speak about the interior. And then we're gonna do my verdict. I'm not gonna do a drive video for this vehicle. My verdict is gonna be the drive video. You'll understand why at the end of the video. So let's just speak about the car up front and rear. So exterior look of the vehicle, let's get it. Exterior look of this vehicle up front first, as always. I hope you guys can hear me. There's some wind over here, but up front as always, I like the look of this car because it looks very different from the HAVAL H6 GT we had a week ago. So up front here you have, over here you have this nice effect. So over here is not the grille, but it is the grille, so it's covered over here, and then it opens up a bit here because this is a 1.5 liter turbocharged engine, and it's also a hybrid, so they have to give that electric vibe, but also for the cooling up front. So I like the grille, how wide it is. It looks very beautiful in this specific specification, this black. It looks very good. I like the front. I like the lights. The lights are very simple. They work just amazing. Looking down below as well, over here, this is also where you have the radar cruise control. So the sensors are here for the adaptive cruise control, the lane keep assist, using the cameras on the side. So up front, I like the car. It looks very nice, very simple. In the specification, this black, it works amazing because the black goes hand in hand with the silver aspects of the car up front. So that's the car in front. Let's go to the back. Let me show you that light bar I was speaking about the HAVAL GT doesn't have. About the rear end of the car, just before we go there to the rear, let's look about the wheels of the car. These are 19-inch, same size as the HAVAL GT. These ones are in black. I think you can get them in black or other color they have. So this one is usually black on black. At first, when I saw that it's a black on black vehicle, I didn't necessarily like it, but when it came to me, I'm like, okay, this is a spec. It looks very beautiful at the back. So let me come to this side. So I'm going to show you properly. So you have the light bar over here. When it's lit up, it looks very beautiful. At night, more especially, I hope if I can take a shot of the vehicle at night, you should be seeing overplay videos now. If I didn't, I'm sorry. So up front, at the back, it looks very nice. This light bar does the business. It's something you guys know that I am not a fan of, and HAVAL tends to do it very much. It writes here H6 HEV. I understand why the road, so that you know the car you're driving, so people know what car you are driving. So it's the H6, so people need to know you're in a hybrid HEV. So I'm not a fan of just how there's too much, especially because it writes HAVAL here in big, so that's in chrome, and then you have those chrome bar over here, and then you have this chrome effect as well in terms of the lettering. So I'm not really a fan of it. I feel like there's too much going on down there. Luckily enough for South African market, the HAVALs don't write the GWM on this side. I know in Australia it writes GWM this side, and it also has H6 HEV, then writes HAVAL over here. So yeah, I think the HAVAL can do it less lettering at the back, but otherwise it's not a train smash. It's just my own personal preference. But otherwise the car looks very beautiful at the back. What I do like as well, that you have a nice tow bar, so you can tow this vehicle. I don't know the vehicle's towing capacity. I'll search up about it and put down in the description box below. And something I do like is that HAVAL did not compromise. For 660,000 rand, you get a nice, very nice, huge boot over here. When I say HAVAL did not compromise, I mean with an electric tailgate. Even the GT, that's 40,000 rand cheaper than this, has electric tailgate. So this vehicle is priced at 670,000 rand. We're gonna speak about the pricing just now in my recommendation, but let's go speak about the things I like and the things I don't like. Interior, it looks the same as the GT, so I'm not gonna cover the interior. If you wanna see my interior video of this vehicle, essentially the GT, just go to my GT video and then we'll see that. So now on to the things I like and the things I don't like. And you know how we do it this side. We start with the bad inside. Interior, I said there's not much of a difference. Literally the only difference is literally the roof lining and the seats. The seats are not the same in terms of the GT. GT has Alcantara over here, and the stitching is different up front. So that's the difference in terms of interior. Anything else is just the same. Three things I don't like about the vehicle. The first thing, I think you guys, if you know me by now, you know what I don't like. Roof lining. This is the top of the range, and the roof lining is white or this cream color. It'll get dirty. I prefer the black, whereas in the GT, that's not top of the range, but you have black roof lining. It doesn't make sense. The second thing I don't like is right here as well. Let me show you. To open the sunroof, I need to press and hold. So I don't like that I have to press and hold for the shade to open. Other vehicles, press once, it goes by itself. So I must press and hold. The shade will take forever to go to the back, and then there. To open sunroof, vehicles, press and hold, you're gone. This one, press and hold. Hold, 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 and then it's open. Then to close, same thing. So that's the second thing I don't like. Third thing I don't like, let's go up front and I will show you once I've closed the sunroof. But yeah, I'm tired of this. Let's go outside. The thing I don't like about this vehicle is this. The wheels. Essentially, what I mean, like this car's front wheel drive. I have 179 kilowatts, 530 newton meters of torque sent to the front wheels. So you know what that happens, right? Put your foot down, it lights up the wheels, and I don't like that. This is the top of the range in the H6 lineup. I don't have all-wheel drive, whereas in the GT, I have all-wheel drive. I personally would prefer the GT to be front-wheel drive than this all-wheel drive, because the GT is more of a playful car, and if you wanna play, let it be front-wheel drive. This one is more of a sensible vehicle. Give me the all-wheel drive system in this. So front-wheel drive in this vehicle, honestly, I don't like that. And it's hybrid. I'm not sure if you guys heard that. It literally just started itself up. So yeah, I don't like that about the car. Let's speak about three things I like, and then my recommendation and drive. So three things I like about the car. Number one, let's move this side and I'll show you. So the first thing I like about this vehicle, on to three things I like about the car. The first thing I like about this vehicle is this. The grille up front, it looks very beautiful. At first, I will not lie to you. At first, when I saw pictures and press releases, I did not like it at all. But I actually like this grille. That's the first thing I like. The second thing I like about this car is the ride height, how tall it is big, it's commanding. And this vehicle, if I should take this badge off and say guess the vehicle or guess the price of the vehicle, looking at the size of the vehicle, honestly, people would say close to R1 million, but this one is 670,000 Rand. I like that about the car. This is the second thing I like about this vehicle. And the third thing is the hybrid system. In terms of how it drives on road, you get the instant power delivery on demand. You put your foot down, you get it then. Yeah, and that. So the car's on, so it'll decide when it wants to switch on and off. So now, when I was doing the three things I don't like, it's switched on. Now I'm doing the things I like, it's switched off. So it depends, you know, it depends. Pun not intended. So that's the third thing I like about the car, and recommendation. Let's do my recommendation. And for that, I need to be sitting down. I've been standing up for you guys. It's time I sit down. It's time I sit down. We're on to my recommendations, and you know, before I recommend a car, there's always those three questions I ask myself. Do I like the car? Would I buy the car? Would I recommend it? 1, do I like the car? Yes, I do. 2, would I buy the car? Yes, I would. 3, would I recommend the car? Yes, I would. So you've been watching my series. If you haven't been watching, please stop this video. Go watch my Nissan Qashqai video. Go watch my Haval GT. Go watch my Kia Sportage, and then come watch this one so you can understand where I'm going in terms of my recommendation. So, having driven those three other vehicles, we're at that point where I need to tell you which one I would recommend out of all the 4 I've driven. So this vehicle, honestly, for 670,000 Rand, it's a bargain. Looking at what you get in the terms of like the hybrid system, that's new technology. The range in this vehicle is amazing. So in terms of the drive, let me speak about the drive quickly, and then I'll tell you my recommendation so it makes sense. The drive of this vehicle, front wheel drive, and you have so much power sent to the front. The vehicle does seem unstable at times. The Haval GT feels much more stable. So I like the Haval GT much better because it's more stable. But in terms of the drive of the vehicle, in terms of the range, if you want to be playful GT. Range, this one, more sensible drive, this one makes more sense. And this is where the Kia Sportage slots in terms of like, this one feels a bit unstable compared to the Haval GT and compared to the Kia Sportage. Kia Sportage seems more relaxed, more refined. Literally in every way it seems more refined. So for 80,000 Rand cheaper, 80,000 Rand less, you get a Kia Sportage. And honestly, this is where the controversy comes. I'm sure you guys expecting me to say this is my number one. Honestly, for me personally, I would say the Kia Sportage is first. The second vehicle, this one. The advantage this has over the Kia Sportage is the technology and the systems this has. So this has like adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, it can park itself. It has the hybrid system. So it depends on the type of person you are. You want more refined vehicle, I'd recommend the Kia Sportage. And mind you, the one we had was on the top of the range. So depending on where you go, there's the GT Line, GT Line S, GT Line Plus, and GT Line S is around the same price of those vehicles. So if you want, I personally would say look at this vehicle, the HAVAL H6, but also go look at the Kia Sportage. Depending on what you want in a vehicle, you will know which vehicle to go for. But out of the four that I've tested, my number one, it has to be the Kia Sportage. It's more refined, it's a better vehicle all around in terms of traveling as well, in terms of space. This is spacious as well, but the Kia is more of the spacious vehicles, more of the, it's a car you don't want to do a long distance trip in, especially sitting at the back. I hardly sit at the back of vehicles. The Kia Sportage, I sit at the back, I feel very comfortable. I sit at the back of those, I didn't feel as comfortable as in the Kia. So my number one is the Kia Sportage. My number two is this one. My number three, this is where it's interesting. It's actually the HAVAL GT and then the Nissan Qashqai. The Nissan Qashqai honestly, it's a very good car. I loved it. But so for 670,000 Rand and for what the vehicle doesn't have, this is where the HAVAL comes on top. And so honestly, out of the four, the Nissan Qashqai is my last vehicle, and it being last doesn't mean that I don't like it, I hate it, don't buy it. Honestly, it's my personal preference. There's people that will put the Qashqai first, the HAVALs last or whatever, or there's people that will put the HAVALs first and the Kia last. So it goes down to personal preference. So you're watching my YouTube channel, so obviously it's my preference. So that's my list. I don't hate any of those cars, but ever to buy the vehicles in the order: Kia Sportage, HAVAL Hybrid, HAVAL GT, Nissan Qashqai, and hopefully next year we'll get the Hyundai Tucson and whatever vehicles this vehicle competes with. But I've told you a mouthful. This is my second last video of the year. I am left with one more review and then my December car comes. So I hope you guys are liking the content. It's been a massive year. Big shout out to you guys that have been supporting me through the channel. All the 4,000 plus subscribers I've gained through this year. Big shout out to you guys. I appreciate you guys. From myself and Vaughn behind the camera, I'm signing out. It's been a long year. It's hot. Yeah, second half.